Alright. What's going on, YouTube fam? We're back on. Can you guys hear me? I don't think you can. Why is this mic not working? Wait, can you guys hear me? Yes, maybe it is working. Yeah, cool. Alright. Yeah, cool. We're working. Alright. What's going on, YouTube fam? Welcome back to another live stream. Hope you guys are doing well. Let me get set up properly over here. Let's get everything moved over. And we'll start diving in a second. Let me turn my Wi-Fi off and everything. Oh man, it's hot in here. It is hot in here. Alright, let me get this over here. What's up, brother? Hope you're having a great day. I'm having a good day, thank you, man. I'm having a good day. Good to be back on stream. See what we got going on for the day. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Gold's in a very choppy range, but I thought we'll still jump on and see what we got breaking down. The Wi-Fi should fix itself in a second. I'm just closing some stuff. Let me close off Discord. We've got Zoom open now. Alright, I'm just gonna send in the Zoom link, guys, and then we'll get all started in a second. Let me just get this set up here. Announcements. This computer's lagging there. I swear the hotter it gets in this room, the more this computer lags. There we go. Alright. Zoom link is in. Alright, let me just make sure this is working and bring this, resize this properly. Right there. I was trading off my other screen, so I have to resize this. Apologies, guys. Give me. Bear with me. Oh, is that good? No, I just ruined it. Oh, almost. Alright, that'll do. That'll do. There we go. Perfect. Look at that. Beautiful. Alright. We'll dive straight in a second, guys. Wait for the Zoom guys to join in. All good in the hood. What's going on, David? Yeah, what's up, Aaron? Always excited for the live sessions. Good to have you on, Jimmy. Pleasure to have you on, man. Gold's in a bit of a choppy range today, but we'll break it down. Still kind of trading back in the same range as we were talking about yesterday. But we will break it all down. And we'll explain what I can see coming into gold today. Let me close this. Let's get rid of 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 this. Alright, let me let the guys in on Zoom. Participants, admit all.
Recording in progress.
Alright, cool. I think we're on. Alright, what's going on, Zoom guys? Welcome back in. Welcome back in, everyone. Quite a few more of the guys join in before we start breaking it all down. Good. Oh, what's going on, PJ? Welcome back, man. Sideways into tomorrow with a rollover contract expired. Yeah, triple witching day today. Triple witching day. If you guys don't know what that is, I highly recommend you go and have a quick little read about what that is. Very, very important to be wary of that.
Triple what did you say?
Triple witching day, man. I'll share in a.
Witch? Did you say witch?
Yeah, witching. Yeah. let's send it in here for you. It's when you have stock options and futures contracts all expiring on the same day, so you can see some pretty erratic moves sometimes. Only happens like 4 times a year. It's when you have stock options. Why am I playing it here? What the fuck? That was weird. Is everyone here? 4 people more joining. Right, I'll let everyone in, and we'll start jumping in. Gold is in a very choppy range. I wasn't going to jump on because it's in a horrible range, but I'll more so just explain it to you guys. See what we got potentially coming in for today. If we get some breakouts, towards London Open, amazing, we'll stay on. But we'll assess how volume goes. If it just chops like this, we're not gonna watch it go sideways for too long. But let's see. Right, let me share my screen properly. There we go. Cool. I think everyone's here. We'll just jump. I got it recording, all ready to go. Good morning, afternoon. What's going on, Ross? What's going on, man? All right, cool. Let's do it. So let's just explain what happened yesterday on gold and the levels that we were talking about, because we spoke about yesterday how we were looking for longs on gold to come and liquidate this high, and that's exactly what we did. And it was actually looking like you were finally going to start to break out here and come back into this overall level that we've been talking about of 2050. However, once you grab these highs, you close straight back into the range and then just continue to chop all day long. So it was a very, very choppy US session yesterday. I still believe 2050 will be tapped. Does it have to be tapped today on the last day of the week? Maybe not. It may be time for us to come down and retrace a little bit more of this FOMC move. Like I mentioned in Discord, you're never going to retrace all of it for no reason, but I mean, at least to come back down to these levels still makes sense to me. And the way that you have tried to drive up and have closed straight back into the range, looks like that might be on the cards. So back down into this region is a nice potential intraday pullback level for gold to tap into. You can kind of see we're creating this. Where is it? I think you can draw it on here. I don't really use this, but we're kind of creating this little head and shoulders right now as well. So as long as we look to respect some resistance up here, you may spike out the highs one more time, but this could be an area where you could look to pull back and retrace some of this move. Back down into here is going to be like 160 tick retracement. Obviously seems far away because it's so overextended right now, but it could easily come back in. The only way you'd want to flip your bias on gold and take some longs if you start reclosing back above, probably to be safe, I would say, let's round it up, 2040 is going to be a nice level. Resistance broke above, support broken back below. Spike up into that and you could have some sells. I think the market already locked down the high of the week. Yeah, I think so as well, to be honest. If we start to let's have a look at the weekly, because we're one more day away from it. So yeah, we're back at this resistance that we spoke about where we went all the way down here. So even if you see today retrace, you may not come and grab these highs until probably coming into next week. Unless something changes, then you start closing bullish. It may be time for us to come down and liquidate yesterday's low to be able to have that push back up, which you may not see come into next week. So for today, likely going to range, but you still have some nice range to fulfill this downside. Like even from where you're currently sitting, shorting down into yesterday's low is like 120 ticks, which is actually pretty nice. CTP for gold, let's say FOMC move made a lot of single prints that like me filled. Yeah, I agree, man. Even if you take like a massive fib like this, not that I use fibs that much anymore, but if you were to even retrace 50% of this move, you'd be coming back down to these lows and tapping into 2012-ish, come back down to them highs. Doesn't seem too crazy of a call to me. I think just a small technical correction is likely, because you think if anyone who's buying from gold up here, where are they going to be looking to take profit? Well, it's going to be anywhere in here, so that's why you're kind of starting to create this range. A lot of sellers leaving the market, it's giving us this pullback, and if anyone's going to want to buy and continue this pushing up, are they going to start buying it from here? Probably not. They're probably going to look for some buys back down here at like 2020 and potentially even a little bit lower. So yeah, I agree. It's nice to see everyone's on the same boat of, you know, a little technical correction back down is making a lot of sense. Start pimps on. What's going on, Harvey? If we take a look at the hourly, have a quick look at what Asia did today. It doesn't look like it did too much. Whereas, if I just got to zoom in, because it is kind of choppy here. Where's Asia today? So Asia grabbed the highs, pushed down, closed back above. Interesting thing here on gold. We didn't really wick out these lows before this push up. Exactly the same here. What did this not do before this push up? It never grabbed the lows. So I would say these would be two liquidity levels for intraday shorts down into, and possibly targeting this high here. So if we can see something like this, you know, we could be looking for a little play back down to here. If you start grabbing these highs up here, you'll be fulfilling the top of this left shoulder, head, right shoulder, previous resistance, 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 support, broken, not yet, come back up to test it, grab these highs. You think if anyone is trying to jump the gun early and take early sells, let me just let the guys on zoom. Where are they going to be looking to sell? They're going to be looking to sell here, and they're probably going to be trying to do something like that. So if we can come up, wick out these highs, but still close within this range, I think that's going to be a pretty nice trade. I don't think it's going to come in like a strong aggressive move back down like this, but I think overall, to kind of creep its way back down to his, you know, it can be like 100-ish ticks. It may have to be one that you kind of, you know, execute off like the 30 and manage off that, or manage off the hourly. I don't think you're going to get too much 5-minute management today. I think you're going to have to let it breathe. So you see, yeah, 4 hours kind of got like a triple top here right now. You haven't really wicked out any 4-hour highs, so you'd be looking for something like this. It was quite nice to see, although yesterday we unfortunately just were in it maybe a little bit too early, but you ended up completely grabbing these highs exactly as we expected, which I unfortunately I personally didn't get. It was too choppy for me. But you know, this 30 was pretty nice. Wicked out all the lows, closed back above, and then there you could have been looking to take it. But this 30 opened and instantly pushed up with no bottom wick, so I couldn't really jump the gun too quick. I think I was even watching on the 15, and the 15 opened and just instantly pushed up. You know, I was going to look to take the break of this high, but I still needed a little bottom wick first to be able to take it. And then it actually, you know, broke this high and pushed up like 100 ticks very quick. And then at that point I kind of called it a day, and then I looked on this morning and I actually kind of came back down and closed back within the range. So now you kind of got the fake out to them highs. Haven't quite yet tapped into 2050. Yeah, a little pullback to end the week and to give this weekly candle more of a top wick. You never know. You could see this weekly candle still close like, you know, back below these bodies here around like 2035-ish to still respect this overall resistance. And this could just be one big retest of this level. And then maybe coming into next week, you may spike the highs a little bit more, still close below, and see a little push back down. But it is choppy. You guys on Zoom, feel free to share some charts. I'd be interested to hear other people's thoughts. But it's kind of my thoughts right now. I don't like the look of buys. If I'm going to look for some buys today, it'd have to be, you know, maybe once you start getting above like 2040. You know, I'd look for buys into 2050. It's like a what, 100 tick range, 240, 250, 100 tick range. Rising trend line below the lows, like this. That could be a nice one if you had it like that, or you maybe can even have it from here. I didn't actually spot that. It looks quite nice to me. If that's the one you were looking at, man, yeah, that could be quite nice. So you could even have it from what, here, something like that. Come back down, grab the second touch. I think that's nice. Yeah, did I just delete the wrong line? Yeah, I deleted the wrong line. Let me get rid of the trend line. Yeah, anything around there? Yeah, I think so, man. I think so. I think the fact that here you've come so close to this support again, that if this was a true liquidity grab to these lows to push higher, you would have already ripped already. So when you start coming back down to these prior day lows, it's likely that these are going to probably get grabbed. Because like I say, if it was a true liquidity grab, this would have been enough to see this push up. But it looks like we tried to have this push up. We grabbed these highs that we spoke about early on in the week, and then you've closed straight back into range, retested, and continued to push down. And now this is going to kind of be your overall range. So although it is a range, it's very choppy. You don't want to be trying to take don't try and take trades in this. This is noise. But if you start, grabbing these highs, closing back below, then that's what you want to be looking for. I think that would give a pretty nice setup today, to be honest. But it may be one where you kind of have to manage off like the higher time frame, like 15, 30, maybe hourly. Grab the lows and take the highs. Yeah, but it's possible, man. It's possible. If we respect these and start to push down, that's the beauty of our liquidity grabs, because we don't have to predict. If we start grabbing the lows, yeah, then amazing. These are going to be lovely highs to buy into. I just think because you're so close to it right now, that to me this looks like a pretty nice retail trap. But if you were trading down here, then yeah, you could easily say you could grab the lows and then grab the highs. But I think this position here looks like a bit of a trap, yeah. Same thought, nice. 243 key level for short. 243, yeah, 243, not too far off what I've got. Yeah, 243 would be nice. Yeah, anywhere above here. Start grabbing these highs, closing back below within the range, and I think that could be a nice play. Yeah, exactly, Corey, man. Yeah, it's you can't really manage on an intraday perspective when the 30 is looking like this. I mean, obviously, unless the volume starts to kick in, like say if you grab these highs and volume kicks in, you can manage it off that. But it'd probably be one that you'd want to manage off like 30 closures just to be safe. So it's like if you execute off somewhere like this, your management would probably be based off if it actually closes above like this, you look to get out. Because from what I've seen recently on gold, like these buys on Wednesday, I think I was looking at this on the 4 hourly today. It was just so clean, but if you tried to micromanage it, you would have missed it. And I think that's probably, I think you're going to do something today, because I don't see, I mean, anything could happen, but I don't see price all of a sudden getting huge volume to start pushing aggressively to the downside like this. I think it will just kind of trickle its way down, maybe something like this, creep down, or something like this, wick some highs and then creep down. But if all of a sudden you get some big closures, like some big, 30 closures at least, and you may be able to drop down and manage off lower time frame. But I would be surprised, because even the 4 hour, if you look at the 4 hour, some huge wicks. But every single time the 4 hours closed, like it's been a max of like 11 tick body on that 4 hour. What was this one? This one was 13, which is very, very tight for gold on a 4 hour candle to close of like less than 20 ticks is very, very choppy. Even with this here, what's that? From the body's 40, a little bit nicer, but you wicked out the highs, closed bearish, and now you're creeping back up. You're now grabbing 4 hour highs though, so I'm not saying there's not going to be any trades today. There absolutely could be, but I think we need to see good signs of volume. Grab these highs, show some volume, and yeah, somewhere around here, ideally, I would love to look for some shorts. Grab these highs, close that back into these ranges, and you've got 70, 80, and potentially a little bit deeper. Where's yesterday's low? Let's mark on yesterday's low as well, which is that low there. Like that. It's got two. You got some nice downside. I'll get rid of this level. We've already grabbed that high. Yes, yeah, definitely, man, definitely. This was a nice one. You closed bearish, you wicked out a lot of the support, never closed back above, came back down for the retest, and then you pushed higher. I don't know what it was like on the 5 minute, but in terms of actually, if you want to sit here and scalp it, yeah, definitely. It closed, I think it's probably choppy. 30 is looking nicer. Yeah, 5 minute was pretty choppy, but technically, yeah, it was a good setup, man, because it wicked out the lows but failed to actually close below the support. Support got held. Amazing. Come back down for a top wick. You could be maybe looking for a break of that high. Risk off that low, and that's a pretty nice scalp. So you look to get in around there. Risk is like 10. and then you got clear liquidity levels in the head and shoulders to come all the way back up into here. What time is that? 6 a.m. Yeah, I think that's nice. It's not the cleanest, but if you see something like that in more of a cleaner range, yeah, absolutely. I think that's a nice one, man. Because it pretty much does, you know, ticks all the boxes. Same as even here, you know, if you wanted to get a little scalp today, same as here, you wick the lows but close back above the support, you could have a little scalp up there depending on if the range is big enough. What is it like? Yeah, still 20 ticks. You know, you can scalp it. It'd probably be very choppy on the 5, but if you manage it off like the 30, so where was it today? Here, probably close back above there. Take some buys from there. Yeah, I think that was nice. This is a potential double bottom as well. I'd be watching. I don't want to draw on too many levels. I want to keep it clean, but this is a potential liquidity level as well. Because before this push up, what did you not do? You never wicked out these lows. It's almost like a double bottom. If you're going to see a true reversal, you want to see something like this. Find the support, wick out the lows, retest, and then you have the push. Find the support, never wicked out the lows. That becomes the liquidity low, and you want to be watching that into later on. And I can't guarantee anything, but it's very likely to now come and grab that level. Same here. If you look at this, it's almost identical to what I've just said. See here, before this push up, what did you not do? You never grab the lows, so then you wick out the lows and then you start to retrace. So when you see something like that, it's basically a double bottom. If you were to drop down to the 1 minute or something, that would be a lovely double bottom. And this is also a nice intraday level. Even though it's choppy, you can still see there's actually some pretty nice liquidity levels here. You got a double top, triple top. Anyone who was, like I said, trying to short this resistance, what are they trying to do? Something like this. Looking for this play down. Where's their last breaking point? Probably here. Probably trying to stack up some more shorts. Stop loss goes above that high, but I think even a lot of people have probably been trying to take this out. So if all of a sudden you start closing back below here on the 5 minute, I'm not against taking a little position to get a feel for it. Closure back below there, because look how nice this level is. Support, resistance, broken, support, broken support, resistance, broken. Could easily test the support and go high and fill these highs. If you break back below, amazing. Could have a little fake out confirmation. A little feely. 4 p.m. candle doesn't count as wicking out the lows. It wicked out some lows, but it didn't like significantly grab these lows. But for a little intraday, you could have been doing it because it wicked out some support here. So if you were to draw it like this, it wicked out this support and then closed back above. So you could have been taking buys from here. Stop loss goes down below there, and then you could have got a little scalp. But I still would like to see this level get grabbed more. Like this would be very nice today. Unless all of a sudden you start closing bullish on like Aldi, you know, I'll flip the bias and consider some longs. But right now, I do not like longs. I think gold's a bit too overextended to try and buy just yet. Let me just move here. Let's have a look. What time is it? 5:35. 5:35. Yeah, I agree, Ross. Yeah, if you can get some runners today, you never know. Like you could retrace a lot of this, and if you get some runners coming into next week, depending if you're trading personal or not. If you're trading personal, you get some runners. Say if you close down here next week, next week gives a bottom wick into like here, you could have an amazing runner before it flips bullish. Yeah, I agree. I would like to get some trades, some runners today, because the downside is much nicer than the upside right now. You know, if you break above here, buys into 250 are going to be nice, but you can easily see a lot of this move retraced. Like I say, even just to come back down to here, and it's one big massive inverse left shoulder, one big head, come back down for that right shoulder. I can almost guarantee you at some point whether it be today or next week, you're very, very likely going to come down and retrace this move. And that's what I kind of want to see overall. I would like to see either today or early next week come back down into here. And then here, up into here, is going to be a lovely buying opportunity for this big overall left shoulder head. Come back up for that right shoulder as well, which I think we spoke about this level before this dip back down here. I think we spoke about from here we were looking for this before this move down to wick out the highs, and I was going to look for some sells into this move. So we haven't yet fulfilled that, but we very much still could. And then how about we got what days? Christmas is on. How many days do we have left? 18th, 19th, 20th, 21. So yeah, we're almost 1 week away from the monthly. So let's just start to get a sense of that monthly. Yeah, doji, which is pretty expected when you're closing around all-time highs. On the monthly, last month actually we closed above 2,000 for the first time ever in the history of gold. Did we close above 2,000? So it'll be interesting to see if this month can actually hold above it. December's typically a bullish month, but you've never been at all-time highs during December, so it's a completely different story. Like where was December? Man, look at this. We've been in this chop since like, I remember when I was trading gold during these, and it was absolutely insane to trade during this time. Now you come into these absolutely crazy ranges. Like if gold breaks out and continues to either trend to all-time highs or retrace like a lot of this, when gold starts trending on a higher time frame, you can make some serious moves. What was I looking at? Yeah, sorry, December. So where was December last year? Yeah, nowhere near all-time highs. The year before that, here, yeah, bullish, but nowhere near all-time highs. This December is at all-time highs, which I think is pretty interesting. Where was December the year before? Yeah, see, December for the past. You can still close bullish for the past almost 4, 5. Yeah, this is pretty crazy. 5, yeah. So December for the past 5 years has typically been a bullish month on gold, which is interesting. And you're very unlikely going to come up and close all the way above here. It's also going to be interesting over the next couple of months, like into early 2024. Is this going to be one insane liquidity grab to come back down? Because if you look at this on a monthly time frame, obviously it's very far away now. But if this was on the 5-minute, what would we be saying here? If this just pretend this isn't the monthly, let's pretend this is the 5-minute. We would be saying, where's the liquidity saying? Well, you've grabbed the highs, so what would you want to be seeing? Like this. Obviously, you need a big fundamental catalyst to say you're going to come back down and retrace into like what, 18,000, 1750 ish. But from a technical perspective, it's not that crazy. It may look crazy because it's the monthly, but like I said, if this was the 5-minute, it wouldn't look so ridiculous. So just something to keep in mind. Let me just check what we have coming up next week. Let me just see if we're grabbing any highs here before I look at the news. Yeah, 30's closed above, so you want to see a closure back below. Let me just quickly see 15. Still bullish, hasn't grabbed any lows for a while. 5-minute. 5-minute close back below. Not quite. Closed right at it with no bottom wick. Yeah, fine, cool. Let me see what we got going on next week. Is there anything today? What do we have? Yeah, so you got flash manufacturing PMI today. 2:45 London time for the US dollar, which will be interesting. See if it can come out strong for the US dollar to give the US dollar a pullback and gold a pullback. If it comes out weaker, it will continue to push higher. Let me just have a look at next week, see if we got much coming up leading up into Christmas. Let me see here. So what have you got? You got nothing on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, consumer confidence, nice. Thursday, you got final GDP of the year, you got unemployment claims. And then next Friday, PCE price index. And you got some more news. Yeah, so The year isn't over. You got some good news next week that you want to be open to the fact that you could have a big turnaround here. Look at this. If you guys on Zoom, this is why following number 2 is very key. You guys already know what number 2 is, and what do we not do here? We've done number 1, but we haven't done number 2. This is why. Let me just move this over here. This is why you wait for them closures. Me and Anthony spoke about this on our one-to-one today about how important that is. That it's never confirmed till it closes back below. Because if you think this is a liquidity grab, wait, what? Where's my? What the fuck? Sorry. If you think this is a liquidity grab and you try short here, and it just retests and go higher, it's gonna look really fucking stupid. So once you wait for it to actually close below, then you follow number 2 and then number 3. But until then, this is why you don't try and predict the liquidity grab. You wait for the closure back below. Otherwise, what's to say it's actually a liquidity grab and isn't just a break and retest. So it's very, very, very key. Let me see YouTube chat. Rate cut sent to the moon. Maybe 15 flip. Maybe a 15 flip. 15 flip. Yeah, I mean, I don't think this bullish move will be long lived. If you have a look at the 15, you guys on Zoom, if you caught the latest video, what have we not done for the past? Let me just get rid of this. We grab this high. This is going to be the last high of liquidity for the past 15, 30, 45 minutes. What have we not done? We haven't grabbed any lows. So like I say, anyone who was shorting here, stop either goes above this high or above this high. So as soon as you start grabbing these highs, you want to look left. And what have we done every other time? You have, even when you've actually broken out this level, what did you do? Broke straight back below, pushed up and continued pushing down. Rejected it, pushed down. Rejected it, pushed down. So unless you see something aggressive like this, which I don't think you're going to see, even if you close above here, be careful. What would you probably need to close above on the hourly? Yeah, I mean, if the hourly closes above, it makes sense to take the risk, because last time you closed above on the hourly, you pushed higher. But unless this hourly closes above here, be open to the fact that gold can still retrace a lot of this move. You've got double bottom, triple bottom down there as well. Why is that a triple bottom? Because what did you not do with this rejection? Exactly what you didn't do here. This is why I was understanding these liquidity points is very key. If the hourly closes above, you may look to retrace some of this, because also, what I'm saying to the downside, what did you not do here yesterday as well? Can't write everything off the cards. You've got to be neutral, analyze it from both sides. What did we not do before this push down? We never wick the highs. What is gold always going to do before you're going to have a big push down? Wick the highs. So, but it wouldn't surprise me if this gets held into next week.
Yours is a wick to the highs.
Yeah.
Well, it's possible.
Yeah.
To do exactly what you're talking about in this 15-minute candle.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. I know you got 4 seconds to those 15s to close. Look at this. If you open with an instant bottom wick, you may be able to scalp it a little bit higher. Wait, you've got 10 into there. Well, let me post. I didn't post in the link. Give me 2 seconds. Did anyone take any? You guys on Zoom take any trades after the Zoom yesterday? I think some of you guys got some little gold scalps, which was good.
I revenge traded.
Did you make money?
I went pretty ham.
Did you come out green or not?
Yeah, well, it got quite a bit of it back, so it was all good. Pips. I got the pips back.
Didn't get the commissions.
I'm trying to play around with my emotions a bit more now. And bigger lot sizes, and it just happened to be the biggest contract size I've gotten this year. It's with the biggest loss.
That's always the way. Honestly, always the way. Anytime you decide to up the contracts, I can almost guarantee you that first trade is always going to be a loss. Honestly, that's the markets.
It's all good though, you know. It's like I sent you voice notes, and it actually helped me out anyway.
Good man.
I was just getting pretty cocky because the run I was having, the win run, wasn't realistic. So yeah.
No, good man. It's good to push your limits. Push your limits, especially on something like Top Step, where you can afford to take the risk on Top Step post your own personal capital. I mean, you want to push your limits on them. Top Step's not or any funding firm for that matter is not a place to play it safe. Obviously, trade it properly as long as you're following the plan, but use it to push yourself and get used to losing an account a few times. It's bound to happen. I don't know anyone who's ever got funded on their first time and got a payout. So, all part of the fun. Hi Aaron, what's going on, man? What's going on? Good to have you on the stream. Be interesting to see how this hourly closes.
Tom's got 40 ticks this morning. Go on.
Really? Where?
Right. Did you see a signal?
I did not see a signal, no.
I'm just trying to
look. The chat's it. I just heard the chat there. Grabbed 40 ticks this morning. Yeah, amazing. 40 ticks is great. Did you get the buys, Tom? You got the buys, very nice. You're almost done for the day. Pretty much done for the day. As soon as you start tapping into here, you need to be managing. I'm intrigued to see how this hourly is going to close. To me, this is a nice short level. So for the past all of these 50, I'm gonna clean this up just to. We've grabbed all the liquidity, the highs that I mentioned. So I'm gonna get rid of that now. So like I said, anyone who was short in gold here, their last tap out point was probably here. So now that you've just wicked out this high, if you start to close back bearish, and this is the last 15 of the hourly, this could be a nice hourly wick to come and retrace a lot of this move. Short the break structure at 11 AM. Oh, very nice. 11 AM our time. I think that's that one. 11 AM. The worst state to trade is euphoria. Euphoria 100%, man. Yeah, you can have bigger losses coming after a good winning streak for sure.
Do you think 2049 is the target on the futures?
Let's have a look. Oh, there you go. Let me see this risk for autumn. Oh, this is lovely. Let me have a look at this. Let me make this a little bit bigger, man. Bring this over here. Oh no, so you got it on the... Oh, on the 5, sorry, let me go 5. Oh, after grabbing these highs? If it was grabbing that high, I think that was pretty nice. Where's your chart gone?
Nice catch.
Yeah, nice catch, man, I like that.
What was our momentum trade?
Close back below. Bearish close, top wick, push down. Yeah, very nice, man, I like that. Nice trade, man. Very nice trade. A little quick scalp there. That's 40 ticks. Yeah, that's a big move. That's a good move. Oh, there you go. Look at that. So 5 minutes. 5 minutes wicking out a lot of the highs here, which is good. This is what we want to see. You just grabbing the 15-minute lows one more time. Why is this not playing? This is good. We're so far we are doing what we expected. We've grabbed the highs. We're now starting to flip back bearish. Amazing. Get some strong closures here. And this could be good enough for the first scalp of the day.
So is it first scalp?
My first scalp of the day. So we've wicked out the highs. Number 1. Where do we want to see number 2? Same again. This is a big level that we have to see a closure below. React of it, because if it breaks above and retests, for the most part, as long as you trade above it, it keeps pushing higher. Try to push higher, then broke, and then had the nice push. If we get something like this, fake out quick top wick, that's a beautiful setup. That right there is lovely. You break back above, break straight back below, instant top wick, you take sells in the break. That right there is a lovely setup. Same as almost here. Close above, close straight back below. Huge top wick, big push back down. Doesn't work every time. Now look, break above, break straight back below, retest, and then goes back up. So it doesn't have a 100% win rate, but it's a higher chance than not. If you start faking out of this level, you could see some pushes, and we have some nice downside liquidity to target as well, which is good. We're gonna get the London Open here as well. Yeah, London Open will let us know. Yeah, I think so, man. Well, if you don't close above, let's just see if we don't say. Let's analyze what happens if the hourly closes above. So if the hourly closes above, then you never know. Let me just see if I can get these fancy drawings on the go that we were doing today. So if the hourly doesn't close above now, next hourly could easily come back up, wick the highs, and then that's when we could be looking for the push, and then we get the top wick again, and then we can get that play. Look at them drawings. Look at that. That's beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Lovely. Because unless because even if this hourly closes above, where's the next level? It's gonna be here. It's like there's nowhere. There's still no real bias. I'm still open to the fact that you can wick this high once, twice, three times, twice again before a potential pushback down. So if you close like maybe bullish here, but with a nice wick like this, then wick out the highs one more time, and then you can be looking for the break of the low to have this push down here, and that could actually be a pretty nice setup. Oh shit! Quite nice drawing these little zooms. Yeah. So yeah, that's a good point, man. So Tom just asked, if the hourly closes above, likely to retrace the support before the move up. So that's a good point, man. So what we'll have to assess, and this is similar to the trade that we took. Why do I have that drawing there? Let me just get rid of that, because that's a good point, man. Can't see a match on. Yeah, sorry guys. You guys on YouTube can't see the zoom drawings, but I'll explain it when it happens. But we took these cells around here, and it was based off the way that the highs or lows were being grabbed first. So if this hourly closes like this but rejects a little bit, if it opens and instantly pushes down, then you could have buys into the highs. If it opens and instantly pushes up and grabs the highs, then you may have the sell. So how it opens will be the decider of the direction that we want to be able to look to trade. If it opens and instantly pushes down to retrace that support, like you said, then yeah, amazing. We can absolutely look for them buys. But if it opens and instantly pushes up, could be a top wick on the hourly. By the time the hourly closes, be doing what we said. But by the time it closes, could easily just be that could be one big top wick and you have a nice body and continue pushing down. So how this closes, it's looking like it's going to close strong here, but it's gold, so anything can happen in the last 5 minutes. But yeah, how it closes and how it opens will be the decider. And that one that we took, because that one was a great example, because we were looking for longs on this day, but then the way that it grabbed the highs first is what allowed us to flip the bias and take the shorts, which was that position right there. And this was a great example. So I think we didn't close it that low. We closed like somewhere about here. But yeah, because this closed above the level, we were looking for longs. But because you grabbed the highs first, that's when I was then able to flip it and take it down. So similar to gold right now, if you grab the highs first, we'll be looking for something like this. If you grab the lows first, then we can be looking for buys into the highs. That's just quite an important part. Depending on how the hourly closes and then how it opens next, will kind of be the decider of which way you want to trade. Because if you think if the hourly is, in the next hour going to close bearish, you're going to create a top wick that's going to re-grab the highs first before doing that. or if it's going to close bullish, you're going to create the bottom wick to grab this liquidity before flipping up. So if we open it and see start pushing down, amazing. Maybe you can look for the break high and you can maybe retrace back into some of this as well. Because you do still have, it's actually, I just actually kind of spotted this. What did we not do before this whole push down here? Never really grabbed any highs. So could we come and grab these? Very, very possible. That is not off the cards. And what would that be? Yeah, 40 ticks. Yeah, that's still actually a pretty decent range. Even though on the 5 minute here, these ranges look small, but it's actually still, you know, 40 ticks is still pretty decent. But I would need to see some 15 lows get grabbed in order for me to look for some longs. So you've got a double bottom down here now as well. So let's see how we open over the next 3 minutes. When you say 7% off top step, 7% of the normal price or from the discount price? From the price that it's on the website right now. That's just what they have right on now. The link will give you like an extra 20% when you check out, but it's 70% off what the original prices were. Not like not another 70%. It'd basically be free if it was that cheap.
Yeah, good deal.
It's a good deal, yeah. Very good deal. I would like to see. I would like to see this current hourly respect these lows, and see if this hourly can push down like this. Maybe grab some of these lows. Before then, we can look for that to push back up, and that could be our trade all the way up into there. A lovely bottom wick and down into here would be nice. Are they better than Apex? Yeah, way better than in Apex, in my opinion. Apex is, fuck. I thought that was a drop. I need to delete these drawings. Yeah, Apex have ridiculous drawdown rules. Absolutely ridiculous drawdown rules. People go for Apex because it's so cheap and you can have so many accounts. That's not a reason to go for a prop firm, honestly. Obviously, I work with TopStep, but I chose to work with TopStep. I reached out to work with TopStep because I like everything that they are doing and offering. One of the only futures firms that I actually can see they're trying to do good for their traders. Whereas Apex, in Apex, you know, if let's say if you were in a trade, say if you had buys from here on gold on Apex, and you know you're up like 3-4%, if this trade comes back down to break even, and you lose no money, that will be a rule violation that you've let a trade go into -3%, which is absolutely crazy. Doesn't make any sense. If you have a trade that's in profit and comes back to break even, but you've managed your risk, and that's a rule violation, that is the most stupid rule I have ever heard of in my life. That is purely there to make money off you. Any rule on TopStep, I can honestly justify every rule. If they had that rule, I wouldn't be sharing it with you guys. I promise you that. Especially if you pass your eval in one day. Yeah, see, that's another thing, man. It's like that's not. I don't think that's a good thing. I mean, it's nice to have the option that you can, but man, I just think so many people will jump into that and try and pass it in day one. Because in TopStep it's like 2 days, which I still think is a bit too quick. I think it should be minimum like 5 personally. What's up, man? What's going on, Harry? Good to have you in the chat, man. Because what FTMO is what, minimum 5 or 10? I think.
Yeah,
is it 5? Yeah. It's just a money grab. Yeah, 100% it's a money grab, man. 100%.
I've tried some sketchy hunting.
Yeah, Alad was our test rabbit at one point. He wanted to try them all. Alad was testing all the prop firms.
5%.
Yeah.
You taught me a lot, but holy cow. You couldn't open, like, I couldn't even open like a 0.3.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Could I?
Nah, it's stupid. It's going low. Yeah, I think so. So I'm just looking at here. So this hourly's closed bullish, failed to close above the resistance and instantly pushing up. If you start to top wick out here, I'm like, could we grab these lows or do we respect these lows? That's kind of just what I'm trying to work out in my head here. Do we need to grab these lows? These highs, sorry? Not really, because these are highs that have grabbed the previous high. You don't have to grab it. If it does, then that's fine. You know, we're pushing up here in the first 1 minute of this hourly. So this is what is doing what we're saying. This could be one big top wick for this to flip back bearish. If you start grabbing these highs, I'm going to go back down in a second. If you get this close to it, you're probably going to grab it. Oh, see, 15. 15, this is a nice level. If you start breaking them, I may look for a sell here. Let me just get up the demo account just in case we have to take a trade here.
I think this one will do well.
Yeah, I think so, man. I just don't think it's going to happen that quick. You still haven't, you know, broken back below here, which you'd probably be safer waiting for, but sometimes I can be open to taking a trade before that. I've taken trades before where I take it before the breakout, anticipating the breakout. But when you guys are just starting to learn the liquidity, be a bit more patient for that. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Demo account, retop up the demo, fresh 50,000. Cool. Why is this not loading? There we go. Cool. There we go. Yeah, lots of rollovers today as well. For anyone who's just joined the Zoom, scroll up to the top of the chat where I posted in the link about triple witching day. It's pretty key just to be aware of it. Because if this 15 closes bearish, this by the time it closes, it's going to look like a nice little evening star. Because you still haven't grabbed any 15 lows. Go on, man, you're good.
I'm trying to get it off the break of the 5.
Yeah, if we start to reject here, I'm going to go down to the 5 in a second. Have you tried Bjornox? I've never heard of it, man. I've never heard of it. Bjornox. Provides funded trader educational program in investors. No, never heard of it. Is it for futures? Yeah, for futures. To pass and valuation. Yeah, interesting. Let's see. Stick around for the last 45 minutes, already going up and down. No idea, man. Has no idea just yet. It's just in a range. If you start to break some lows, you know, you may retrace. Pretty solid firm, really nice. Yeah, I've never heard of them before. Oh, how's this 5 looking? Look at this 5, bullish, bearish, doji. But yeah, you gotta be, you know, we're very zoomed in here today because we are looking for a scalp, but you zoom out, look at the reality on gold right now. Look how much volume has closed in these past, even since what, all of Asia. I think all these bodies have closed at like less than like 20 ticks of volume, maybe except this one. Yeah, still 14. So every single 30-minute body candle closure since 2 a.m. up until 8 a.m. has closed with less than 20 ticks of a body, which is crazy. I will drop down to the 5 as soon as 15 is starting to reject like it is. Look at this 5. No top wick though. Not yet, not yet. Got a little triple top there. Yeah, I don't know where gold wants to go. I don't think gold knows where it wants to go right now. That's why I didn't want to jump on, because I don't want to force a trade in this range or get stuck in low volume. But this 30 is not looking too bad, I'll be honest. You've wicked out the highs, you're throwing some pretty steep wicks, failing to close above this resistance. You have a clear level down here that's going to be the first barrier. but the ranges are still quite nice today. Yeah, I'll check out that firm after, yeah. Give it a little look. Come on, Goldie, give us some volume today. Come and retrace some of this FOMC move. Give us what we want. For you guys on Zoom though, when did we say we'd do the next mentoring session, the last one of the year? I think it was next Saturday. That's why I kind of think any trades that you do take today, don't trade too big a size and don't be too aggressive on the management. Pretty decent rules. Yeah, I'll have a good look, man. I'll have a good look. It's also December, so that'll make it worse. Yeah. Well, next week there's actually we just had a look. There's not a bad amount of fundamentals, which will be interesting. Obviously, the closer you get to Christmas, it is going to go quiet. But with the amount of news coming up next week, the big dogs are still going to be watching it, that's for sure. Closing up some positions for the year. You can take some of their crumbs. Let's see if this 5 is going to close below this level. It's got no top wick, which is a bit skeptical, but it may close below. If it starts to close below here, you know, we have some nice shorts. You've just grabbed the first 15-minute low. See here, you grab the first 15 2-minute lows, which is what we kind of need to do anyway. Start closing below here, and you know this could be a nice little scalp. I may have to let it breathe a little bit more today though. I don't think I'm going to get into the 10-ish tick stop loss, which will mean I'll probably use a smaller size. Yeah, 18 off the highs isn't bad though. Based on what you got, 25, 30-ish. I'm really wanting to see something like this. Close below, top weight, grab some highs. Boom, that would have been what time was that? Was that today? Thursday. Last night. Yeah, that was a very nice trade. Wicked out the highs.
A wick to the highs on a 5-minute on the futures chart.
Yes, there is, yeah. It's holding that 51.5 level pretty strong at the moment. 51.6 ish is being held very well on the futures chart. Have you tried trading the first week of the new year before? It'll be the first time for me someone to know if it's even worth it. Not scalping like this. I used to, well, this time last year I was probably more swing trading. So it'll be my first time watching it on like a scalping or day trading perspective, so I'll be interested to see how it goes as well. Because what days does it fall on? Where's my calendar? I'm making a sell now. Is that good? I wouldn't just yet, man. There's no look at 5 minutes bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. So the likelihood if you're following this is just close bullish and range. I wouldn't take it just yet, man. The setup will come, but don't jump the gun too quick. Where's the calendar? So 5 minutes just close respecting support. So 1st of Jan is on a Monday. And you got what? Maybe, yeah, it'd be interesting to see like from Wednesday the 3rd start to reassess. But again, it depends on news. And then what you got, the 8th and 9th, yeah. Australia Day on the 26th. This is the last 5 of the 15. If this 5 closes bearish, you're going to get a 15 closure below the level. Which, oh shit, what did I just do? What the hell?
You went in full margin.
Yeah, what the hell?
Did you use those keys then in the end?
The magician ones?
Yeah, can't remember what they called it, to be honest.
Magic keys.
They got lost in it.
The magic keys ones?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, nah, I never used it in the end, to be honest, man. I couldn't. It was I kind of couldn't. It was a bit of a mission to set up on Mac. But no, I never. The risk calculator that I used to use on, you know, MT4 like I had was just as good. I think it's still a cool idea. I would like to probably do it again and set it up at one point. I think it's a clever idea.
be fair, top step is really quick.
Mm.
It's really instant.
Yeah, with top step, you honestly you don't need it. Yeah. Barrage max. Yeah. So I quite like it. It's not as quick as top step. Yeah, it's still not as quick as top step. Yeah, see, that's interesting. Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah, top step and futures is that quick. Like literally, like I can click buy and sell and put in an order with the click of like 2 buttons and it's already done. It shouldn't take any more than that anyway. But it's a good business idea.
Yeah, made a lot of money.
Yeah, made a lot of money. Yeah, it was a very good market for it. That's for sure. I use it for MT4. Yeah, nice. Yeah. But to when you said is now good to make a sell, this is exactly why. If you short now, you're selling gold at a previous level of resistance, broken support. And this is what I said earlier about how the liquidity grab is never confirmed until it actually breaks back below. Roger Max Magic Keys, yeah. They're cool. I have one downstairs. If anyone who lives near me would like it, you're more than welcome to it. I just personally just didn't set it up. I still think it would be pretty cool, but yeah, with top step I can't use it and don't need it. But if anyone does want it, you're more than welcome to it. Yeah, from here, yeah, helping out. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it's a pretty cool story for that guy.
Yeah. He's like, I'm sure he was Italian or something.
Yeah, I think so. Bit jumping off to work. Yeah, enjoy Ross. Good shout, man.
See you, Ross.
If you had a good week, don't force anything in this shit range. You're gonna get 15 closure in 1 minute. Look how choppy this 5 minutes looking. Is the 15 okay for buys? I mean, technically it could be if you break this high. You're 26 pips. What's your risk gonna be? 23. So this is a true liquidity grab. You shouldn't need to break this. But if you do break it, you may start to push. I don't like taking trades off the 15, but it's valid, you know, because the 15s come back down, liquidate the lows that we said that it needed to do. So if you grab the lows and now start breaking the highs, you know, that's not it would make sense. Enjoy weekend readings Friday. Yeah, enjoy Ross. You too, man. Have a good one. And what would it be? I don't think you're going to come all the way up into here. You're going to probably tap back into here and maybe into this support. If you break that high, it's a double top now, so you're very likely going to break it. Let's see if you can see some buy opportunities here. It's very choppy, but you just left the double top now. So if this 15-minute opens and instantly push down, you've got buys into this double top. As long as you don't break it right now. Is the futures chart? I don't know why trading view lags like that. Let me see if we're going to get this in time. What would you be risking? Oh, I'm not going to get it in time. I was going to create the top wick. I don't know why it's quite annoying how trading view lags on the first couple of seconds of the 5-minute open. It's not going to run just yet, but it's kind of what I was looking at, because even if you're going to push down now, you're at least, well, you've just done it. Grab them high, see. Motherfucker.
Still not convinced.
No, I'm not, man. But it does make sense, because you're re-breaking previous 15 highs after grabbing the lows. Just whether or not you're going to get the volume to actually sustain it. But if anyone was quick enough to snipe the quick buy stop, you probably would have got it. I wouldn't risk any more than this 5-minute low with how choppy it is. If you did take the break, you know, your original stop would go here, and now you want to be reducing your risk because shit like this. This is not what you want to see. I'm not in this trade. I'm just drawing it up. Just a little forward test indicator using to get them lines. If you mean these ones, man, then it's not an indicator. Man, I've drawn these on. These are my liquidity regions for the day, based off double bottoms and where I think price can drive into before potentially having a push. It's not any indicators though. These ones here is just my levels. I've just drawn on as well. Let me just write it just in case anyone anyone thinks I'm taking this, I'm not actually in this. I'm just drawing it up. Well, because I haven't really tested enough taking break of 15-minute highs like this. I just don't like how wide the stops are, but I know people do it pretty well. Yeah, it did. Yeah, that's what's quite interesting, because it wicked out all these lows and now it's re-breaking the high. So it should, it should have a drive from here. But it's just look at this volume. Like, it's going bullish, bearish, profit drawdown, profit drawdown. Hello, sir. Do use signals, please? Yeah. Demo entertainment purposes, signals only. Why does it say it's lagging again? If there was good volume in the markets now, I'd be inclined to take this, because it's still hovering around where your entry would be. But the lack of volume here is the reason I'm not going too crazy right now. Like I say, I wasn't even going to jump on today because the 30 is still in that range, but I'm just seeing what we can... Sir, are you in this trade, please? Yeah, I'm in it, man. Ignore this, I just wrote this for the crack. I'm in this trade, man, yeah. Ignore that, I don't know who wrote that. 100 contracts. Full mind. Bro, we in this? Yeah, we're in this, man. Look it up. It is, yeah. That's a good point, Tom. It is. That's the reason as well. We are still in that area. Because if you look at this on the, like this, all of this is like, you look at this, the way you crept up today. I think you could see a lot of this retrace, and that's my bias is still to the downside day. Anywhere in any of this could bring in some pretty steep pullbacks.
I think the 30 could.
Yeah. I'm with you, man. I'm not super convinced by this. We just landed in Bangkok. Thought we'd check in. Very nice, man. Have a ripper stream. Thank you, man. Enjoy Bangkok. I'm jealous. I like Bangkok, me. Just hit TP8.
I've just come back, and that's all I heard was Bangkok, enjoy.
Yeah, Mark and Joe just got to Bangkok. They're on the way to Krabi in Thailand.
Nice.
Very nice. How the other half live? They're just refueling the PJ. See, this is the reason I didn't take this trade. Look at this fucking shit price section. When you next streaming, Mark? Yeah, come on, Mark. Where's the next signals? Mark's been slacking. No, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mark. I think Mark's going to focus more on actually just uploading some content and trade breakdowns as opposed to live stream, or maybe some analysis streams. I'm not too sure. But it's a lot of pressure streaming and trading. Taking trades in front of people. It is, man. Yeah, it is. We can swap out. You can give it a go if you got some signals for us. We'll take it in turns. Everyone here will take it in turn a day each.
I can do what you do. I couldn't do it on YouTube.
No, I see some people do it, like 1,000 people watching it. I don't know if I could do it with that.
Yeah, I reckon.
So you would have had to cut this like.
I think you get us. I just couldn't. I couldn't deal with the mouthy people. I couldn't keep my mouth closed. I think I would lose followers just by me speaking back at them. I wouldn't trade it. I'll be arguing back with them.
Yeah, it's hard. It is hard. Can't do it to anyone watching. It's hard, but at the same time, I actually think it's kind of made me a good trader in the same sense, because I won't do stupid shit because I know people are watching me. Where like when you're first starting, like there's an old saying, trade as if someone's standing behind you, and it's very true. So you've got someone standing behind you, and you're like basically trying to think out loud, which is something that you guys on Zoom, even though obviously you're not going to trade live, if some sessions you're here trading on your own, do what I do here but on your own, and like talk out loud everything you're thinking about and record it. And man, if you come to buy in like 2-3 years time, you go look back at previous recordings of you talking through a trade, it can be very, very powerful. I kind of wish that this is kind of like my digital log of my like personal trades and recaps. I think it's a good thing to do, even if you guys just keep it for like personal. Ever you take a trade, it's gonna, if you talk through the rules and the entries out loud, it's also gonna stop you from doing stupid shit, because you'll look back and watch it and be like, well, why the hell did I do that? But the more you talk it out loud, the more it becomes like real, and the less likely you are to actually make the mistakes. Verbal journal, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Literally, you could just start a Zoom call like this, just on your own, record it if you're getting close, or just you can even just record straight on here on TradingView and just, you know, crop it to when you're about to get into a trade and like do what I'm doing. Say to yourself that it's gonna feel weird at first, but I promise you it will do good. Say to yourself what I'm doing here. Cool, we've got a liquidity grab. If we start to break back below here, I'm gonna look for a short down into here, and if it starts to play out, and you know, say if you didn't take it for whatever reason, but you talked about it before, you can go back and be like, fuck, I knew this move was going to come, and I even spoke about it. Why didn't I do it? And it kind of gives you a lot to work off. I think you can get a lot of value in like a video journal than like writing things down. For me anyway, I'm more of a visual and like video learning person than sitting down and reading something. I think it could be pretty valuable.
So streaming is video or better Twitter?
Yeah, I think so, man. I think so.
Alright, then I'm going to charge you $60 per month since you are going to
Have you got good signals? I'm in.
He's a businessman, isn't he?
Not messing around.
Yeah, because I've saved you from so many losses that you are going to make.
I'm in. Sign me up.
Yeah. He's so good.
RP signals, let's go. I admire Aaron for not taking trades just for the sake of it. Yeah, absolutely, man. I will never take a trade just for the sake of it. You have to analyze price action. If you take a trade and get caught up in this price action, and then you get stopped out, you're gonna look back at this noise and be like, why the fuck did I take a position in this trade? You have to ask yourself. You got to come. For anyone in Zoom who wants to share a chart, you got to come to the table bringing a high value setup. Do you think you're gonna come to the table bringing a high value setup in this? Absolutely not. If we break out and we start pushing up, amazing. Or if we break out of good volume, then I take a loss, that's fine. I'll eat the loss, that's fine. But in this, absolutely not. I'm not going to be able to. If I was trading with, you know, multi-million dollars, would I be taking a trade setup in here right now? Absolutely not. And if I was, say, if I was trading investors' money, they'd be like, what the hell are you doing? And that's kind of what I'm always thinking about. Would I be taking a trade in here if I was trading a multi-million dollar account? Fuck no. So why would I do it trading a smaller account?
You know, we need one pip.
Yeah, 100 lots, 1 pip, and I'm done for the day. 100 lots, 1
Thank you
pip.
very much.
What's that, a grand? Is that a grand? Yeah. Wait, is it? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. Which is insane.
Well, if 10 contracts, 1 pip is 100.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god.
Imagine. You're like into instant like minus 3,000-4,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
The commission on that will be a lot.
Yeah, huge, man. Yeah. On Blueberry, there's no commissions on gold, but on
Really?
Top Step or futures, yeah, you have some big commissions. But at least you still don't have to deal with spreads.
Yeah. I think you would need a heartbeat machine beside you.
Yeah, man. It'd be intense. We'll get there one day. There's absolutely no reason why you can't scale it up to that one day. We're coming into the last 5 minutes of the 30 here. If this 5 closes bearish, this 30 could all of a sudden be looking pretty interesting and start to close, you know, back below. It wicked out the highs, closed back below, regrabbed previous hourly highs that we mentioned. Back below here, and you know that's. We're not done yet. I am still watching this. Just if you guys wondering why I'm not analysing it, I'm just gonna wait for this, and that could be the trade. Any advantage of trading the futures chart versus cash as you're scalping? Yeah, with the futures chart, So I'm trading futures, but I'm analyzing it here on the currency. But executing off the futures chart, you don't have to deal with spreads. You've got very good executions, and I can manage a lot better. If I'm scalping, you know, 10, 15, 20 ticks, I can't afford to be giving away 2 of that each side. So if I trade it on futures, my executions are a lot better. Buy gold TV on it. Yeah, I like that. You say first statements which I drew over 10k contracts, yeah, insane. 10k contracts. Today 2,300. Yeah, that's interesting, man. That's a good thing to note. That's a very good thing to note.
What's that?
So by this time yesterday in London, there was over 10,000 contracts traded, and then today there's only 2,300. That's a very interesting find, man. I like that. Thanks for sharing that, man. That's interesting. Where do you think NQ will head tomorrow? I'll have a look at. We got 2 minutes. I just don't want to miss this 30 close on call. Let's have a quick look. Quick look at Nasdaq. As soon as we get the 30 close, I'm going to jump straight back to Goldie. I mean, obviously, it's still bullish. I think a lot of people probably jump the gun and try to jump in shorts of one doji candle, which I don't think makes any sense. On an intraday, I mean, overall, I think at some point, you know, Nasdaq's going to see a little correction, because you've been in this huge uptrend for just so long, man. Look at this. You've just been on this just absolutely ridiculous, clean run. Like, it's just so nice. So it could be due a breakout soon and a little technical pushback down, but I wouldn't be too aggressive in it just yet. You've kind of already had the little correction yesterday, bounced straight back up. So you kind of on an intraday around this level, you know, you may pull back some of this move today. It's pretty tough to say. You've got 50 seconds to hit this 30 close. But yeah, to kind of retrace a little bit of this is probably likely, maybe coming down and, where's that? That's yesterday's lows. Will you come that deep? Maybe. I'd be surprised to come down that deep, but yeah, it's a pretty nice, look at that yesterday. You wicked out the highs, closed back bearish. We're going to get this 30 close on gold. So let me just have a look here. Where are we? Where's our chart? There we go, here. Yeah, quad witching day as well, man. Yeah, it is. It is. That's why I'm being very, very skeptical today. Quad witching, yeah, it's very, very, very true. I know. I'm being very patient here, but I'm being disciplined to this closure. I'd love it to close below here. If it doesn't, oh, there you go, you motherfucker. That's a shit close. It's just, again, 30's just closed with just, you know, you could say you've grabbed the highs, but remember, be neutral. What have you also done? You've also grabbed the lows. So you've grabbed the highs, but you've also grabbed the lows. So who's in control? I have absolutely no idea, to be honest.
5 minute close the body support.
Did it? Yeah, yeah. It's interesting, man. Yeah. Well, let's stay on a little bit longer. If you guys on Zoom or YouTube want me to look at any other instruments, feel free to let me know, and we can break down something. Orange juice.
Yeah, my favorite. If I talk for more like a week for the orange juice, I literally trade it.
Yeah, I would have loved that 30 to close below for potential shorts, but yeah, I'm gonna be honest here. I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't particularly gonna jump on today purely because I expected this, and this is just giving confirmation. This is not what you want to trade in.
Will you be trading New York?
Yeah, I think so, man. I believe there's news. I still like gold to correct a lot of this move today. You know, potentially come back down into here. They come and grab all these lows, but I don't think it's one that you're going to be able to scalp on the 5 and manage off the 5 with good volume. I think it could just, it really wouldn't surprise me if you just like trickle down like this all day and like just kind of chop around. Because like we said at the start, we are still around my ideal reversal region, which is this big left shoulder. This is the head, and this is the current right shoulder for this push down. That is still what's looking nice to me. Maybe if you can break these 30 lows, because it's grabbed the lows, if you really break them, you may have that push back down. So what do you have? You have 130 Empire State Manufacturing Index, 245 London Time Manufacturing PMI, Flash Services PMI. So you're probably gonna get some volume, but it's gonna be pretty late for me.
So like after the news, what to see?
Yeah, or maybe even leading up to that first 130 news, man. You may get the start of the move. You may start to see some volume. The technicals for me are in place to. This could be the high of the week and kind of retrace some of this move. Is what I'm favouring. Zoom for New York. No, I won't zoom unfortunately, man. It's just too late for me. But I'll be active in Discord, absolutely, man. I'll share some setups. Anything I do take, well, I'll always share it in the market chat with you guys. I'll share some setups because I still think we could get a nice move here today. I just don't know if London's going to be the one with you 33 minutes into it. But this session was mostly just to break it down for you guys. Coffee Arab, please. The DAX, yeah, sure, I'll take a look. 2 people said the DAX, yeah, let's have a look. Also waiting here for gold. I'm just going to set an alert whilst I'm breaking this down in case you break this 30 low. That could be the trigger to bring in some volume. Oh, don't do that. There you go. Yeah, DAX. Let's have a look. I don't like analysing the DAX, but we'll have a look. Ooh. Oh, so bullish. Look at this. When did this start? End of October. Look at this. Insane. Bounced off that nice support there on the weekly. What a push. On an intraday perspective, because I assume that's what you guys are probably looking at. Well, the weekly next week, I think you're going to see a steep bottom wick to come and grab some lows. On an intraday perspective on the DAX, well, you've kind of already... Let me just go to the hourly before I drop down too quick. I don't fully know how the DAX moves. I've never actively traded it. But if this was similar to gold, I'm like, this is your support. You've wicked out and grabbed anyone who was trying to buy off this support. And now you're kind of having this retracement. So I would probably say, you know, this is going to be your range for the day. This is your resistance. Broke above support, push higher. Broke back below resistance. No bottom wick on this current hour. So if you were to see this pull back, it wouldn't surprise me too much. So if I had to give a bias on the DAX on an intraday perspective, I would say some sells if you can start breaking these lows and push back down into here, maybe down even much lower overall. Like I say, I've never traded it, but just from an overall perspective, I think if you start breaking these lows, you could start to see it, yeah, kind of correct back down, maybe tap back into these levels, which on an intraday would still give you a pretty nice trade. Yeah, what's that, like 50 points? Is that 50 points? Why is that not working? Yeah, wouldn't be too crazy. So if you start to see this 15 flip bearish, take the sells and the break of the low, and then you could see it come back down and retest these levels. If I had to give a bias, but the DAX is one where you want to follow the volume. So wait for the volume to come in and just look to follow it. DAX is not one to trade against. If you start flipping bearish, even wait for the 5 minute start closing and then look for the momentum. DAX one you want to follow with. What time is this move? This is 6. DAX is crazy, man. The DAX has some big irrational moves, but some big moves. It is reacting off that resistance. Look at that, it's insane. GU is interesting. Let's have a look. I'll look at the pound futures because we're trading We can all go back to sleep with this volume. Yeah, good shout, man. Enjoy, man. So look at the British pound futures, which is exactly the same thing as GBP USD, just on the future chart. So if you guys want to trade on Top Step, remember you can still trade currencies on Top Step. You just trade the futures. So what have we done on the daily? So we grabbed these highs that I spoke about. We grabbed this double bottom. Had a very, very strong push yesterday. Haven't really grabbed the highs just yet. And where could you bottom wick into? Maybe like probably into there. It's kind of where you are now is a nice bottom wick to keep pushing higher. I'd be surprised if you come all the way down here. I think you probably grab the highs first on the pound. Don't know why accent just came in there. That's a nice bottom wick area on the daily. So from an intraday perspective, what would you want to see on pound futures? Same thing as GBP USD. Very choppy. How big is this range? Thanks, off to do a school run, chat later, and have a great weekend. You too, man. Appreciate you tuning in. See you next time, man. Enjoy. There's a 20 tick range. It's kind of looking a bit nicer than gold, actually. It's actually grabbed the lows. Look at that. So on pound, what have you done? Double bottom. What have you now done? You've wicked out the double bottom. So anyone on an intraday perspective who were trying to buy GBP USD pound futures, they buy here, their stop loss goes below here, they've just now been grabbed. So if all of a sudden this starts closing bullish, you know, you got some nice buys up into the daily highs. You can risk off that low, because if you break that low, you're going to keep pushing lower. So it doesn't make sense to have any more risk than that. So buys up into them daily highs to me on pound futures look pretty nice. I mean, look at gold, man. Look at Goldie. But yeah, I don't. Pound is easier for me to analyze than the Dax, because it kind of moves much more similar to gold, obviously being the US dollar. So if I had to say, start closing with a decent body, and then you could look for it to push back to the highs. You guys on Zoom? Are you watching anything else at all? Come on.
Come on.
Are you awake?
Kind of, but not really.
We haven't seen you in a while. We've missed you.
Why is this being recorded?
Because you can't be trusted. As soon as I saw you enter the waiting room, it had to be recorded.
Nah,
So if you say anything, you will be exposed. Have a look at NQ. Yeah, we'll take a look at NQ. What are you looking at on NAS, Lewis?
I'm looking for shorts today.
Come on.
I'm looking for a massive drop.
Yeah, it looks pretty. It has pushed up into a very nice level, and you've been on an absolute ridiculous run since like start of December. It's about time it's gonna breathe. Let's have a look. 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hours kind of broken, retested, and already pushing higher. Hourly. Yeah, I think. NAS. Yeah, it may squeeze up a little bit more. Maybe you got kind of a little. As long as that hasn't. Did you actually grab that? I can't tell. Let me zoom in here. I think you might have actually grabbed that. Yeah, you already wait the highs flip back down. So even if you're going to have a push back down on the hourly, you're at least going to come re-grab the highs, as long as it hasn't been grabbed on S&P. And yeah, I think little intraday pullback, come and wipe out a lot of this noise. But grab the highs first, and you could be looking for that play back down. You do still have this level to potentially retest if you need to as well. But yeah, I would say intraday perspective on NAS to have some pullbacks. I'll be surprised if you come all the way down here today, being the last day of the week, if you have the volume. But maybe into next week, you'll very likely grab the lows. Is that cap?
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Really?
Yeah, I reckon it's going to take out yesterday's low on the weekly.
Yeah.
The week is going to end bearish.
Let me see, how's the week looking? Yeah, solid. Yeah, no, I call cap on that, I'm afraid.
Alright. I'll come back tomorrow if it takes out tomorrow yesterday's low.
And say, told you so.
And I want a public apology. Remember all your subscribers.
I'm just, you know what? I'm not expecting too much volume today. Maybe you will get it. I mean, to be fair, actually, there is a lot of news later on. If it can give the volume, yeah. I mean,
isn't it the triple witching?
It is, yeah, it is. So anyone who is running this move up is definitely going to be looking to take some profit around here, which, you know, could give some crazy spikes. Let me see how Goldie's looking here. What are you doing, Goldie? What are you up to? Absolutely nothing. See, this is why patience is so important. Look at this noise. Absolute noise. Great move on GJ. Really, let's have a look. I haven't looked at GJ in a while.
If I was still into house music, I'd be trading gold right now.
Can't even control himself.
What?
He can't even control. He can even control himself. He can't even look at us. He knows how to hide his face. Holy shit, it's hot. GJ. Daily, I'm pretty horrible on GJ. I think you got a lot of lows to come and grab. You've already grabbed the daily highs on GJ without grabbing any real daily lows. Hello. What charger? Oh, well, I need it for the camera. Tough. Yes, they do. Yeah, intraday on GJ, I would say you're probably going to dip lower. You had a nice push back down. You didn't really, you know, before this whole push up, you didn't really grab any lows. So it's already kind of starting to have the move. If you start breaking out on GJ, yeah, I think some downside is looking pretty nice here. Is there any pound or yen news today? Yeah, there is. There's pound. Yeah, you got pound news at 9:30 London time. Which, considering we just broke down how the pounds grabbed the lows before the news, without grabbing daily highs, is actually pretty interesting. So you have a look at pound. You're grabbing the lows. Even if pound was going to push up today, you at least have to grab the lows. So if you're grabbing the lows before the news, it kind of starts to tell you something. How about the yen? Let's have a look. Yeah, Japanese yen is very bullish. Very, very bullish. Look at that, what a recovery. That's insane. Where did that bottom out at November? You just instantly push back up. That's crazy. Nice. I can't see him properly. There you go.
No, I'm just putting him to the side because he's spinning annoying.
He's so cute.
He is.
He looks tiny.
He's 24/7 just watching.
Nice. That's so cute. But yeah, the yen, for you guys who trade pound yen, it's exactly the same as if you want to trade pound yen on a futures exchange. You trade one or the other, it does the same thing. But yeah, the yen's looking pretty strong here. It is coming into some very, very big weekly support where you may start to see the yen kind of start to find some resistance here and start to close bearish. You may start to get some weakness on the yen, which then kind of contradicts what we're saying on pound yen potentially pushing lower. So you'd be watching this level as a very, very key level on pound yen. If yen starts to dip down, which it could, then you never know. You may see pound yen go a little bit higher. All depends on that news. I mean, if they're both weak, then it would just dick around. But yeah, you've had a lovely push up, which is why you've seen pound yen have that nice push down. Let me just have a quick look at that 15 close on gold. If it's choppy, I think we'll leave it. To be honest, yeah, look at that 5. Absolute shit show. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna leave gold here. If we start breaking the lows, I'm gonna have my alert set and I'll look to send it in Discord. But yeah, I don't want you guys to take a trade in here, so I'm not gonna take a trade in here for the sake of it. So I think we leave this range alone and we wait for a little bit more price action later on. Like I say, I have my overall analysis today. I'll upload the Zoom so you guys can go read back and watch it after. Intraday sells, around this head and shoulder to me make the most sense. But in terms of taking a trade right now, I wouldn't do it. You guys have my levels. These are the liquidity levels to watch.
One question, just before you go.
Go on, man. All good.
Yeah. Do you think we need to regrab the highs for the shorts down?
Let's have a look. Man. No, I think that's enough, to be honest, man. I think that's enough. Because this was the previous hourly highs. So the hourlies opened, wicked out the highs. You should respect this. If you do break it, then you'd want to wait. Because if you look at this hourly now, this is looking pretty nice. You've grabbed previous hourly highs. You should have enough liquidity to push from here. Like, this should be more than enough. You shouldn't need to. If you re-grab these highs, then I think you're just going to push higher. So, looking for risk off this height, yeah, to me makes the most sense, man. I don't think so. I think you should respect them. If you're going to see a push down today, yeah, you would want to see this respected. Like I say, if you break this, you make them all the way back up into here. That's why I have my alert. Yeah, no worries, man. I have my alert below this 30 low because if this gets broken, that could bring in the downside. But if you break this 30 high, I personally don't like buys. I don't like buys on gold till you start closing above like 2040-ish. Then you may buy back up into these highs. But to me, gold needs to come down and grab some lows and retrace a lot more of this move. So yeah, you guys on Zoom, I'll let you guys go and I'll chat to you guys in Discord once we have some alerts going off. I'll share some setups in the channels. Enjoy, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. See you, man. Bye-bye. Bye. 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 Bye.
Record.
Alright, YouTube guys, no trades today in London, no trades for me just yet for the day. Gold is ranging. Like I said, I'm not going to take a trade just for the sake of taking a trade for you guys, because we would have just sat in instant drawdown and be profit loss, and by the time the volume comes in, you'll be mentally burnt out, and that's exactly what you don't want to do. If the markets are ranging, accept that. You cannot control ranges. You can only control the positions that you decide to take. And for me right now, that's absolutely nothing. If we break out later on today, which I think you probably will, amazing, I'm going to have some trades. But for now, stay flat. When the volume comes in, react to it. You guys have my analysis and have my levels. Go back and watch it at the start of the video. But yeah, I'll be streaming again next week, which will be the last week for the year that we'll be streaming. So I hope to see you guys on next week. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you all next week. Peace.